Welcome all of you. In this video, we discuss accounting assumptions. What I mean by accounting assumption? Tradition, methods, procedures, practice, which are followed in the preparation of a financial statement, is called accounting assumption. Methods, tradition, customs, practice, which are followed in the preparation of a financial statement, is called accounting assumption. By taking general example, we can understand accounting assumption. In a morning, we brush our teeth, is our practice, is our tradition, is our custom. Taking a bath in a morning is our custom, is our practice, is our procedure. Accounting assumptions means practices, customs, traditions, procedures which are followed in the preparation of a financial statement and also which are accepted universally. Those are called accounting assumption. Now, what are the accounting assumptions? We discuss it. There are three accounting assumptions. First one, going concern. Second one, consistency. Third one, accrual. Now, discuss accounting assumption one by one. First one, going concern. Going concern means the business entity will its business activities in coming days. There is no intention to close its operation, to close its business activities in coming days. The business has intention to continue its operation for the number of years. That is going concern. Now we take one simple example which is in general. I purchase my dress material. When I purchase a dress material, it will be used by me in coming days. This is going concern. Take next one example. I purchase house. In coming days, I live in my house. This is going concern. Means, in accounting assumption, in accounting going concern, what we are shown the financial transaction in a balance sheet, those transactions are continued for the next year. When you have shown the fixed asset, when you have shown the number of assets in the balance sheet, those assets are used for the next year. When you have shown the number of liabilities, those liabilities are paid in coming days. This is going concern concept. The depreciation on fixed asset is not debited as whole amount, as full amount. The depreciation on fixed asset is debited to P&L account for number of years. It is meant that the fixed asset is used for number of years. This is going concern concept. Now, we discuss the second one, accounting assumption, that is consistency. Consistency means accounting practices, procedures, standards, methods which are used, which are followed in an organization from year to year. The accounting practices, procedures, standards, methods, customs, which are followed in the preparation of a financial statement every year, year to year, that is called consistency. Now we take one example. We provide the depreciation by using the return down value method. The return down value method as a depreciation is followed for every year. Not changing the depreciation method for 1 year and for the next year the second method. The depreciation method is not changed for every year. The depreciation method should be followed for every year. That is consistency. Take another one example. In our organization, the stocks are valued at market price. The stocks are valued at market price for this year. Stocks will be valued at for standard price or cost price for the next year. This is not consistency. Whatever the transactions are recorded at market price or cost price or standard price should be followed continuously, should be followed for every year. That is consistency. Now come to the third one, accounting assumption. What is that? Accrual. Accrual accounting assumption means all financial transactions are recorded in a financial statement whether they are paid in cash or not. This is accrual accounting assumption. All financial transactions are recorded in a financial statement whether they are paid in cash or not. That is accrual accounting assumption. By taking an example, we can understand easily. Rent per month rupees 1000. For 12 months rupees 12,000. But in our organization, you have paid the rent for only 6 months. 1000 into 6 months, how much rupees? 6,000. You should not debit only rupees 6,000 to debit. You should not debit rupees 6,000 to P&L account. You should debit whole amount of rupees 12,000. Means 12 months into 1,000, how much rupees? 12,000. You should debit rupees as whole amount to P&L account, whether it is paid in cash or not. Take another one example. Actually, you have made the sales of rupees 1 lakh, but you have received cash only rupees 50,000. Is it possible to show the sales of rupees only 50,000 as income? That is not possible. You should show the sales as a whole amount of rupees 1 lakh. Even you have received cash rupees only 50,000. You should show the sales of rupees 1 lakh. Whether the transactions, whether the cash is paid in cash or not, it may be credit or it may be cash. All financial transactions should be recorded in a financial statement whether they are paid in cash or not, whether they are received in cash or not. When you have made the sales on credit basis to the customer, you should not leave that recording the transaction as income as a sales in a profit and in a trading account. You should make a transaction, you should make a record as a sales, even you have made the sales on credit basis. Till we have discussed what is accounting assumption, and what are the accounting assumptions. Thank you one and all.